to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW and NXT, and every Friday after Smackdown, and occasionally we stream on Thursdays after NXT UK. And Zendel and Daniel, I would not even give this 3 out of 10, because this was one of the worst Smackdowns ever.
This was
just
bad.
Saying. How you doing, Jono?
So very bad.
Yeah, bad.
Oh my gosh.
Very bad. Not good at all.
This was terrible.
How you doing, James? There is no creativeness to anything that they do on SmackDown. None.
No,
Zero.
But hey, you know
Zilch.
what? They updated their intro graphics once again. But they can't.
Minus 10 out of 10. You're getting close. Can I ask you guys a question? It's about this Sunday.
Sure.
Yes, go ahead, Jono.
They seem to update the graphics for the intro
Otis.
more than they update the content they put on SmackDown.
Yeah, it's not good.
Ooh, it says a lot about that Fox money. It's going into the high-tech aspect of everything and not the actual show
at least
itself.
I thought they didn't sound like they were in a tin can this week. So
that is good. Yeah, I will agree that was better. Maybe they put some money into that.
Yeah.
The last couple weeks audio.
Mandy is going to turn on Dolph soon. I agree.
SmackDown. Yeah. The last couple SmackDowns, the audio has been terrible.
I'm not a huge the women's division and Mandy and Sonya. I'm not a huge fan of, but I think that's probably one of the better storylines going on SmackDown right now.
Agreed.
Did you hear what the Shayna Baszler thing was? This man had what it does. This means going into Sunday. Yes, I saw it, and he's an idiot.
If it's true and he is not super happy with Shayna and they might be switching who wins this Sunday, then yeah, he's an idiot.
I would like to blame just Bruce Pritchard, James, but Vince has his hands in on a lot of things, and this is not the first time SmackDown's been bad. He should have said, "Hey, we need to switch some stuff up," and obviously he's not doing it. So I blame this on him.
SmackDown's just been bad. So we start the show off with a recap of Cena and The Fiend from last week, and then we get a moment of bliss with the NWO. Oh boy, this was not good. So we get Nikki.
All right. Keep talking. I'll be back.
Nikki comes out.
I will give you my thoughts in a minute, Daniel, on the AEW stuff. I will. So I'll be right back. We had an accident down here, so I gotta make sure there's no broken bones.
Cool. Awesome, sweet, just what we need. So Nikki Cross is like, I want a picture with the NWO, and that was kind of cheesy and corny and okay. So yeah, awesome, cool. And then Alexa says, well, you know what, guys, since the NWO is, here and stuff, how do you feel about the new Universal Champion, Goldberg? I mean, the NWO had a major feud with, him, and how do you feel? And they're like, hee-haw, And then Alexa asks, what does Roman have to do to beat Bill Goldberg? And Kevin Nash says, well, I recently talked to him, and I told him he's going to need 2 things. He's going to need Scott Hall and the cow poker prod thing, the stabby thing, We all know what he's talking about. And after this, they just keep talking, and then Sammy and Nakamura and Cesaro come out, and at this point, I'm just kind of like, please let the segment end, soon in the next 3 seconds, because I'm just, over it at this point. Sammy comes out and says, NWO, whoopty-doopty. Yay, you're here, who cares? But what the real conversation needs to be about is the Intercontinental Championship. You all should know how much the Intercontinental Championship means. I mean, Scott Hall, you had one of the greatest IC title runs ever. And Kevin Nash, when you were Diesel, you had another great run. And Sean Waltman, you know how important that is because you carried around these two goons' bags for years, and so you know how heavy the title is. And yeah. You get it. You got it. Sean Waltman then gets up. Yeah, that, James. Everybody knew what I was talking about. I didn't know what it was called. I didn't write down what it was called. We all knew we know what it is. And so Sammy and Sean Waltman, they get in each other's faces, and Sean Waltman's like, "You want to fight? Let's fight right here. Come on, come at me, bro." And then the other three, they all come face to face and whatever. And Sammy's like, "If it's a fight you want, sorry, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get your 2 minutes of fame. Not here, not now, not ever." Braun then comes out. He literally bulldozes over Nakamura and Cesaro. And then Sammy ends up using Alexa as a human shield. And this segment ended with lots of furniture being thrown out of the ring by Braun and Sammy running away like a coward. Oh boy! This makes me so excited going into Sunday for their match. Yay! Sammy's so scared of Braun Strowman. Yeah. I don't know. Nothing makes me. I don't care. Braun's gonna win. Hola, what's up? Braun's gonna win this Sunday. Thanks for the follow. I didn't see that, but thanks for the follow. It's because I don't have the headphones on, and Dad's coming back. He'll be back sometime. Anyways, we all know Braun's winning this Sunday. I think that's safe to say. I mean, unless they pull some huge, thing where, I don't know, because it's the 3 guys against Braun, can any one of them pin Braun to win the title? So, if Sammy pinned him, he'd be the new IC champion? Can that happen? Because if that can happen, I think there's a total possibility of that happening. But other than that, Nakamura's not walking out with the Intercontinental title again. Cesaro sure isn't walking out with the Intercontinental title. I think the only person who's going to walk out with the Intercontinental title is either Braun Strowman or Sami Zayn, but they might save that for WrestleMania for them to have a singles match or something. So, I don't know. This whole segment, honestly, it made me go, no, I don't like this. So then we got Naomi and Lacey versus Bayley and Sasha, the rematch from last week. Bayley and Sasha won, and then Bayley and Sasha had an interview after, essentially just stating that Bayley is better than everybody on the roster, and nobody past, present, or future will be able to beat her. Woohoo! I think, with the way this whole promo segment situation thing went down, I think that it is going to be Bayley versus Sasha at WrestleMania. And I think that, I don't know. Does Sasha walk out with the title then? I'm curious to see how this whole thing plays out with how they lead up to it, because I think at this point, just watching it, and the way they interacted backstage, and the way Bayley was like, yeah, nobody can beat me, and Sasha was just kind of standing there like, yeah, sure, whatever, I can beat you, but, I'm not going to say that, because I'm your best friend, so, I'm curious how they get to, I'm curious to see how they get to Bayley versus Sasha at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Bayley and Sasha.
Oh. Someone's turning on somebody.
I'm curious to see what happens.
Yeah.
Very curious.
I don't know who's turning, but somebody's going to turn on somebody, and somebody's not going to like it.
So we then get Sheamus versus Apollo.
Pretty clear, huh?
Yes. Very.
Yeah.
We then get Sheamus versus Apollo Crews. Why? this is like the 5th time they fought each other. And since Sheamus has come back, he has literally only fought Shorty G and Apollo Crews. That is it. Nobody else. Just those 2 guys. Is this what Sheamus is going to do for the rest of his career?
What are they doing with Sheamus?
I don't know. Having him beat Apollo Crews 95 times and having him beat Shorty G 95 times does nothing for him. I hate to tell them, but it doesn't do anything.
Well, again, it's another thing where they just do the same stuff over and over again. And I don't get it.
It's just dum.
I don't get what they're doing.
I don't either.
What is the point?
No sense.
There's like no creativeness in anything they do. At all.
Whatsoever. So Sheamus wins. Whoop-de-doop-de. Who cares? We then get Drew Gulak backstage. She's talking with Drake Maverick. Daniel Bryan comes up and challenges Gulak to a match for this Sunday. And it is official. We are getting Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan at Elimination Chamber. Yeehaw. I would have liked for them to save this for WrestleMania, but whatever.
Apollo deserves better, and Sheamus deserves better.
100%.
The way they're using it is just ridiculous. I was hoping they'd do Drew Gulak like a Ted DiBiase type person, where he's just hiring different guys to come in and try and destroy Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
But obviously they're not going to go that route. I get it. Bryan is working with different guys he chose, but sheesh. Bryan, I'm okay with Bryan doing the stuff he's doing. I think the whole Gulak thing with him is interesting, and in Gulak, like, they could have done a storyline where Gulak's trying to find a right guy that could beat Daniel Bryan.
And then he finally decides. They could have done this all the way leading up to WrestleMania, that he keeps bringing in these people, trying to, strategize, all these different strategies, and Bryan keeps beating all of them, and he thinks he has the upper hand, but then he doesn't, and then he finally realizes that he's the one guy that he should have put up against Daniel Bryan to begin with, which then would lead to Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania in the big blowout match, and maybe you put Drew Gulak over there, and you let him be the bigger star, and you let him get over at WrestleMania.
I mean, they could have done something like that. I mean, just build it up, but like doing what they're doing again, it's the lack of creativeness is killing them.
Yes, it
and
is.
The thing about Sheamus, James, they built him up. They had all these promos. He's coming back. Look out, Sheamus is coming back. And he comes back to
fight the Jobber Squad.
G.
Like, really?
Like, what?
It doesn't make any sense.
What are they doing?
It doesn't make any sense.
You're not trying to build him up. You're not trying to do anything with him. It's like I don't know. It's like ridiculous.
SmackDown really angers me. It really does. It's the worst show of the week.
His theme has surprised you, Elijah?
Every time I watch SmackDown, I'm just like, this show sucks.
Yeah.
Notice how they didn't have such good Vince McMahon.
Yes.
Notice how they just they didn't have Roman or Goldberg on the show tonight after the reaction they got last week, where they both got "you both suck" chants, and they didn't put them on the show at all this week. I'm just like, oh, this is why your show does suck, this whole show sucks.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's bad, and until they get things fixed, people are gonna turn it off.
So we then get Carmella and Dana Brooke versus Sonya and Mandy with
Elijah. They need to let Sheamus do something
different.
Yeah. Scott Hall versus Cesaro at SummerSlam.
So
Scott Hall can't even walk to the ring.
No, he can't even walk in the ring. He's like, oh, my back.
But I think it was cool seeing him. I do. I think it was cool that they had him out there.
It was cool that they had them out there. I just did not like the segment as a whole.
The thing is, you knew that Hall and Nash both can't do anything.
No, they can't. They come out to the ring and stand there for 2 minutes.
Physical, abilities. the fact that DDP has brought back Scott Hall and Jake the Snake Roberts, helped them out tremendously.
It is really cool.
Is a cool story, and the fact that they're able to come on the shows and actually be alive and in person on the shows, I think is pretty cool.
It is cool. So...
It should have basically doesn't win on Sunday. Who would you really have when there's nobody like your face, Becky Lynch? I don't know.
I would say this Asuka.
I don't know. They keep a Roman Reigns off TV. That makes you happy. The thing about Roman Reigns is I think people got tired of him because of the stuff with Corbin. I think that's what killed him. I think you need to keep him off for a couple weeks and then bring him back and have him start to get into a feud with somebody else.
It was basically to remind people, oh yeah, NWO is in Hall of Fame this year.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, see, the thing is, are they the headliner or is Batista the headliner for this year's Hall of Fame? Can somebody tell me? Because I feel like Batista's supposed to be the headliner, but it might be NWO. I'm not for sure. And if they're supposed to be the headliner, then you would think they would be talking about them more than they are.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, while we're on this subject, the next Hall of Famer is supposed to be announced on Corey Graves' podcast next week, I think, Tuesday or something. I don't have a clue who it's going to be.
Yeah, me neither.
None whatsoever. At this point, I'm clueless, and I have no idea.
Roman Reigns is a new gimmick. Yeah, I would say that they need to change some stuff up with him.
So
Batista's the Bella Twins is the headliner. It's 2020's Women's got to be strong. If the Bella Twins are like the headliners, then WWE is really screwed up. Sorry.
No, they're not the headliners. If they were the headliners, they would have been announced first. The first two to be announced were the NWO and Batista, and that was like, last year, forever ago. And so it's one of the two. I don't know which. But if NWO are supposed to be like the headliners of the Hall of Fame this year, then you would think they need to be talking about them more than they are, because I feel like they're talking about everybody else a lot more than they are them. Just saying. So Carmella and Dana Brooke versus Sonya Mandy with Dolph Ziggler in their corner. That's what I thought of the segment. So I don't know why. I don't know.
Gleen, why are you mad? Never mind, it's Smackdown.
Dana Brooke. She needs to go away. Carmella is like fine or whatever.
Here comes James.
Carmella is like fine.
Dropkick got her over.
Carmella is like decent right now. They
or
just
the lack
don't.
thereof dropkick.
Carmella just doesn't have a storyline to be put in, and I feel like throwing her in a random tag team match with Dana Brooke is just like, why? Because like, why? Why?
And here's why. I'll tell you why. Because they have no clue how to make stories. They have no clue how to make a storyline. They have no clue how to build a storyline. They have no idea on what they are doing.
Accurate. So Sonya and Mandy with Dolph, I don't like this pairing. I get it, it's for the storyline, but I'm a complete and total Otis stan. Yes, that's me. You heard it here first. So this is just like, I don't like it. This is gonna ultimately lead to Sonya and Dolph versus Mandy and Otis at WrestleMania, I think.
I would say so too, but again,
did you see the look on Sonya's face when she came out and she had Dolph? She was all like, yes, Dolph, my evil plan worked. Otis is gone. He's in the trash, and Dolph is here.
Who is not in the Hall of Fame yet?
A lot of people.
Cyndi Lauper.
Vader.
Sorry, just my opinion that, you got probably the greatest, like, superstar or having the most influential celebrity side of WWE, WWF, and she's not even in the Hall of Fame.
No, Maven.
Sorry. Ridiculous.
No, Maven, she does not need to go away. James,
I
hate to inform you, she needs to go
do
somewhere
some work.
and work.
Heavy Machinery is breaking up. I hope not.
Maven, I feel Tucker's going to turn heel. Possibly, I don't know, man, but I think it's going to ultimately be Sonya and Dolph versus Mandy and Sonya, what? Sonya and Dolph. I don't know. Sonya can't be in two sides of the story. Sorry, wait a minute. What did I even just say? Sonya and Dolph versus Mandy and Otis. Did you hear with Impact, is done with Impact. She's AEW or WWE bound.
If she's smart, she's AEW bound.
I've heard Jushin Liger is rumored for the Hall of Fame. Kind of random for WWE Hall of Fame, but he did retire, so maybe. That's what I heard too.
I have also heard it too.
A couple months ago. I too think it's a little weird because I feel like he was in, WCW, which wasn't even technically WWE. I mean, they bought him out and they like own all of that now, but like.
How dare you disrespect Dana?
I don't know, man. It is a little weird. I would say the only reason they put him in the Hall of Fame is because he just retired and he's like a living legend. And they want to be like, oh, well, we have him in the WWE Hall of Fame too, so yeah. Woohoo.
Well,
but other than that, there is no other reason to put him in.
That would be another one of those that you sit there and go,
huh?
Not that he doesn't,
It's not that he doesn't deserve to go in the WWE Hall of Fame, but it's. I should say, it's not that he doesn't deserve to go in the Hall of Fame. It's just like the WWE Hall of Fame is a little weird because he wasn't even in
Hall of Fame is kind of
WWE,
With who they have in there.
Just saying. I agree, 100%.
Test's contract is up. She signs with WWE. If she signs with WWE, she's just dumb. Because with what she has going on, will be ruined in WWE right now. Dana Brooke is not the total package Lex Luger is. Just wanted to say my first time checking out your channel, y'all, and love your insight and opinions. Cheers. Hey, thanks, Jake. Appreciate it.
I'll put Kelly in the Hall of Fame. He had one WWE match. It was NXT. That is true. He did have one match in NXT. It was against Tyler Breeze. I do remember that. That was about it, though. So if they're putting him in the WWE Hall of Fame for that...
I think Lex Luger's cleaned up. He's now with Nikita Koloff. And they have a retreat in the end of this month? It's either the end of this month or end of next month. And the only reason I know that is from NWA. Because they had a commercial for it. And Nikita promoted it. Join me and my friend Lex Luger, and they just showed a picture of Lex Luger at our retreat for 1 week. You can come join us. He did his Russian accent thing, and so yeah, because they had Nikita Koloff on the NWA a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
He had one WWE match. It was NXT.
Jushin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's only.
Jushin's
I thought he did something in WWE.
He did the NXT match. It was against Tyler Breeze. It was the one thing. I do remember that. It was a good match and stuff. But
it was his one-time show.
I was gonna say
that way he qualifies.
That's his one qualifying moment as to why he
qualifies him now for the.
So we're putting Jushin Thunder Liger into the WWE Hall of Fame because he fought Tyler Breeze on NXT. Yes. Hall of Famer career right there.
Elias versus Baron Corbin at Mania.
I hope
why
not.
do you make Maven mad?
Yeah, please.
Gleen and the...
That'll be where Shane McMahon shows up.
I'm not sure what he's saying there. Gleen and the U.S. ran when they saw Lex Luger. The whole U.S. live. Dana is the total package.
I'm sorry, James. She's not.
James?
She's just not.
No.
What can you see Edge doing Monday Night Raw? This coming Monday. Yeah, it was announced that Edge is showing up. Okay, first, what I would have done is I wouldn't have announced that Edge is showing up. I would have just had him show up and let it be a surprise. But WWE apparently doesn't see surprises as necessary anymore. It's all about let's get as many people talking as we possibly can. But you see, you would get many more people talking if you just had it be a surprise in the first place.
Actually, what they could have done is, Edge is showing up. And then have Randy Orton post out on Twitter, he better not show up, because I will RKO him again.
So, I don't know. Question, Maven. Why do you dislike Dana so much? I don't mean her gimmick or her moveset. It's not that I dislike Dana Brooke,
That's
the
why
person.
I dislike Dana. Is her gimmick and her moveset.
It's not that I don't. It's not that I dislike Dana the person. Okay. Her outside of WWE, cool, whatever. She's whatever. In WWE, I'm sorry, she's not good in the ring. Her gimmick is stale. It's bland. It's boring. All of those three words mean the same thing. And she's just not good. She's not good on the mic. She's not good in the ring. Her gimmick is not good. And yeah, she's just another blonde on the roster. I mean, really, that's all she is.
Yeah.
And you know,
she needs work in the ring.
A lot of work. She was brought up from NXT way too soon. She was brought up to be Charlotte Flair's partner in crime.
Just like Dana
what's another word for that? Not partner in crime, because you know, Charlotte was like, you know, I'm the women's champion, and then she had Dana Brooke, who was essentially like, when Rick stopped showing up to Charlotte's matches, Dana took the place of that and ended up being, you know, Ric Flair. What Ric Flair would do, she'd help her cheat to win the matches, and that's what Dana did. Dana did not need to be on the main roster to do that. She should have stayed in NXT. She should not have been moved up soon.
Yeah, I think
she was moved up too soon. Should have never happened.
Yeah, I agree. I think that she's just not. In my opinion, she's not good in the ring.
Give her a chance and she will get better. See, the thing is, I've given Dana a chance since she got moved up to the main roster, which was nearly 5 years ago. 6 years ago. And, well, 3 years ago? Might have been 3 years ago. I might be overshooting this just a little. 4 or 5 years. And, you know, she's just not that good. I mean, more power to you if you like her, cool, but I just don't.
I'm not a huge Dana Brooke fan either.
So, Fire and Desire won. Who cares? We then get Firefly Funhouse. This is the best segment on the show. Other than this segment, nothing else was good at all. So he asks himself, why would I go after? Or why would I go after? Why would the Fiend go after John Cena? Ramblin' Rabbit then says, oh, it's because 6 years ago, John Cena beat you up. Messed up your personal and your professional life and everything. Bray says, without John Cena, there would be no Firefly Funhouse. There also wouldn't be the Fiend. It's funny. Life is a circle. It goes round and round. And that's what this segment is about. I love the storytelling of going back to, you know, everything that happened in, you know, around the time of WrestleMania 30. I love that we're going back to this. I love that they're using this. This is the one story Smackdown is doing well at this point.
Yeah. I agree.
Anything else to say on that?
No.
It was a good segment. Best segment on the show. I like it. I like the storytelling. I think it's been good. The reason why we say Dana Brooke is not good, James, is because she gets really boring, and WWE didn't do anything to make her stand out. She needs to go back to NXT. I bet you Triple H will make Dana Brooke into the female Finn Balor at NXT. Dana might surprise me. Hand me a please.
So for tomorrow, built for the Elimination Chamber. Yes.
So we then get Corbin backstage, and Elias like interrupts him or whatever, and the guitar, and like who cares? And like so we're probably getting Corbin and Elias at WrestleMania. This will be where they bring Shane McMahon back, and it'll be Shane McMahon in a cage, you know, above the ring, and the
maybe Shane left because of like how bad this has gotten.
The winner of the match.
And he won't come back.
The winner of the match gets to give the other, you know, the loser of the match gets to keep Shane McMahon, and it's, you know, they can be the best in the world buddies, you know, because both of them had things with Shane, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I thought Corbin worked with Shane for a long time, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then Elias worked with Shane.
Yeah. Which
is where Elias went to die, so Elias would have to win that match.
Yes.
Just put Shane and Corbin together. I mean, it can't get any worse. Corbin's already bad enough. Just so, you know, the Shane sprinkles on top of that.
The thing is, if I was anybody in NXT, I would not want to go to the main roster.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, nope. Sorry.
Because you're better off, and even
I'd be like,
here's what I will
wait
say.
no.
Even NXT recently has not been up to the standard it had been.
Okay, if this is literally what should happen currently with the state of the world. NXT wrestler gets told, hey, we want you on the main roster. Sorry, I have the coronavirus, I can't.
I'm sorry, I've always had faith in Dana, unlike all the peasants. James, it's not that I don't have faith in her. They just need to change her gimmick. And she needs some work.
She's not good. Yeah, I'm sorry. She's just not good. I don't think I'm ever going to like her.
Tyler Breeze is happy in 205 Live and NXT more than the main roster. Well, he's actually being used, so he probably is happy.
Probably, because when he wasn't, he just put on the shelf for 35 years and, wasn't dusted off.
Nobody sees him, but at least he's,
happy. So, we then get Heavy Machinery backstage. Otis goes up to Mandy. Otis apologizes. Mandy says, sorry, Otis, it's too late. This broke my heart. It was sad. We then get the Gauntlet match, which took the literal last hour of SmackDown. I literally would have much rather... two things I would have much rather been doing instead of watching this. Watching paint dry. Or banging my head into a wall. Either of those things would have been better than watching this. Because we are literally seeing this exact same match this Sunday.
Yeah.
The only thing different is this Sunday's match is going to be in the Elimination Chamber cage thing.
Yep.
And this one was not.
Yes.
And all the teams came down one at a time, which they will on Sunday. Except they will all be in the same place.
Yeah.
So it's like, why?
I agree.
Like I said, I would have much rather watched paint dry than watching this match. I just...
Ricochet after Mania goes to NXT. I mean, he'd be better off in NXT. Even if Finn Balor's more a threat on NXT than the main roster, and I'm really starting to like him. And he gets better on the mic, even though he's a small guy. The thing is you can make a star out of the guys that are not big guys.
Yeah.
If, first off, they may not be the big star, okay? The problem is people want all these guys to be like the world champion that have no business being the world champion. Let them be mid-card guys that fight for the Intercontinental title, the U.S. title, whatever, and, make that important. But they don't make any of that important. None of it's important. The tag titles mean nothing on men or women. The U.S. title means nothing. The Intercontinental title means nothing. The, Universal title,
means
WWE
nothing.
title, both have meant nothing. When you have The Fiend win it, sorry, it meant nothing because The Fiend should never have had it.
The Fiend didn't even care.
So, it's just one of those things that is not good.
So...
He's about to face Walter, talked about a 5-star match. Yes, I think it should be a good match.
So apparently...
Men or men-women? Men-women.
Apparently, WWE, SmackDown more specifically, they really like to bang their heads into brick walls on a weekly basis.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what to say about this. It was just whatever. The fact that they replay matches over and over again to the point
that is
where...
the issue I have with them.
Where...
It's like, why
it's like ridiculous. Now, Raw does this too, but they're not as bad as SmackDown.
Well,
SmackDown is literally every single week during the Baron Corbin Roman Reigns feud. Every single week, it was Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns involved in each other's business, literally somehow, some way. Whether it was shoving dog food in each other's faces, or having the Usos and Rude and Ziggler, and then Roman and Corbin come out, or like whatever. They were always interacting, and it was just old, and stale, and gross, and old, and I don't really care anymore.
Calling it Asuka's win because Vinnie Mac gave up on the Toothless Wonder. Which, if he gave up on her, he's an idiot.
Like, literally, at this point, it's like, what is the point of Elimination Chamber? There is no point. No point whatsoever. I hope Shayna wins this Sunday. I swear, if she doesn't win, I'm going to be a little upset. If anybody in that match other than Shayna wins, I will be a little upset. I don't have a problem with someone else winning it just because it throws a wrinkle in there, but they can make it so she ends up facing Becky at Mania. Except the title shot that they get in the matches to go to Mania. Well, that's fine. I mean, she ends up killing. So if Asuka wins, like, in 2 weeks she kills Asuka, so Asuka can't compete. I guess, whatever. I don't know. I'd rather
I mean,
just
they
see
could
her
do a
win the match.
storyline like that.
Anyways, this is just stupid. I don't get what the point of Elimination Chamber is at all whatsoever. If we were just going to do this week, we have Heavy Machinery versus New Day. Heavy Machinery advances. They fight the Lucha House Party. Heavy Machinery advances again. They fight the Usos. Heavy Machinery advances again. Heavy Machinery versus Miz and Morrison. Heavy Machinery goes to the final match. Then we get Heavy Machinery versus Rudolph. Rudolph ends up winning to get the last spot in Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber match. They get going last. Okay. Did I really need to see this match to establish that Uzu, Rude, and Ziggler were going to go last?
I would just let the tag team stay home until Elimination Chamber started. Yes, I agree.
Honestly.
For main event on Smackdown, I do Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan, and I bet you it would be fire. No, I don't think so. I think you have to build it. If you build it the right way, I think it could be fire. But right now, doing what they've done, I don't think so.
I just don't.
They should have had, like I said, they could have done like $1 Million Man thing. Drew Gulak is paying somebody.
Drew Lock.
He's paying these jobbers, to go out. Dang it, Gleen, you're right. He's paying these jobbers to go out, and he wants Daniel Bryan destroyed. So he could pay these guys, hey, I need you to go out and kill him, destroy him, because, for whatever reason. And just keep having him every week. Find someone else and have them, hey, thanks for the follow. Have them, have him pay somebody to try and destroy Daniel Bryan. And I think that you could have something build up there where you have Bryan and Gulak fighting.
Shayna had no reaction, plus she's boring. I'd rather see Ronda. It's not that Shayna had no reaction. Shayna was getting booed. What was Shayna supposed to get?
She's supposed to get booed.
She's the bad guy. Like,
she got what a heel should get.
And I don't understand why that's a problem. Like, it's not even that she got no reaction. She did get a reaction. And I don't know why Vince has his pants in a bunch about, like, I don't like the reaction she got.
Drew Lock, oh man, I hope we didn't listen. Oh, hey Vince. If they listen, I'm gonna copyright the name.
What? Creative. If we call Drew Gulak now, Drew Lock, like McIntyre, but he ain't world champion, Vince. Oh, that's awesome.
And give him a handle gimmick. Ronda's gonna be part-time. Yes. She'll be back. I think she'll be back every now and then. I think she's gonna do like a Brock Lesnar type thing, where she's not there every week. Maybe comes once every couple weeks. Hits a pay-per-view. Is she a voice actor? Yes.
For sure.
Do you have a job for her?
Totally. So I don't know, man. Tonight's SmackDown sucked. It was so bad, and I hated it so very much. But this isn't any different than SmackDown last week, where I hated SmackDown, or the week before that, where I hated SmackDown.
No, this one.
Or the week before that, where I hated SmackDown.
This one overall.
Or the month before that, where I hated SmackDown. Seriously. SmackDown's just been bad. I thought moving it to Fox was going to make it better. Apparently not.
Nah, it's made it worse.
It's made it worse. I don't know how that's possible, because SmackDown was bad when they first moved it over.
Yeah. And
but they have since then made it worse, and I
go back and look,
don't know how they did that.
If you go back and look, everybody thought that it was going to be better when it moved to Fox.
Because they had that Fox money, baby.
Yeah. And it's not.
Apparently not. I don't.
I want Ronda to be a women's tag team champion. That'd be cool.
I just don't get it.
Maybe say Revival is in talks with AEW. Yes.
I did see
I would
that.
say yeah.
I saw. Apparently they were.
The funny thing is, everybody's gonna go. Here's what's gonna happen. AEW's gonna have all these guys coming in from WWE. And all these WWE fans are going to be going, look, they just took all the WWE talent. Okay, and watch. They're going to take the WWE talent and make them relevant and make them interesting. Just my opinion. Guess I have to watch on my iPad going out of town Sunday. And then you can watch our show afterwards, James.
Yes.
So. I think that's about it.
I believe
and
so.
New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah.
Woohoo. So guys, we'll be back on, I don't know what
Sunday.
day. Sunday? I don't even know what day today is.
Elimination Chamber Sunday.
Today is Friday. I'm tired. I'm sorry. It's late. I've been up since early. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I need sleep. Not that early, but it's early
Gleen,
for me.
cut a better promo than WWE roster.
No, that wouldn't be hard.
I could do it.
My pinky could probably cut a better promo than the WWE roster. And my pinky doesn't speak.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's a WWE roster, okay? It's what they give them to work with.
Yeah, 100%.
They have the talent. They have the people that can do it.
When they let people loose, like they let Drew McIntyre loose, look at what happened to the guy. He got over. He's a big deal now. He's going on to fight at WrestleMania. Speaking of Drew McIntyre, did you see that video where Brock Lesnar told Drew to pick up the belt after they were done?
No.
Like, you could literally hear Brock. He was like, grab the belt! And he was like laying on the floor like, after he got... I will give this man credit, okay? I don't like Brock Lesnar. But he's working real hard to make this feud good.
Yeah.
So I will give him props for that.
Gleen, when is Jinder Mahal coming back?
I don't know.
I've heard soon. I don't know how soon. But I've heard soon. They put Shayna Baszler against Kyrie and Hill as Shayna Baszler as heel. Why you do that match? You should have put her against Babyface.
I don't think it was in that match. I think if you put, depending on who you put Shayna up against, the other person is automatically gonna get cheered.
I don't have an issue with heels versus heels sometimes, or faces versus faces. Okay, I think sometimes that it makes it interesting. Thank you for the follow, 0 Calorie Tea. I think that when you do this, I think it makes it interesting. Hey, thanks, James. I think that it's, pretty cool when they do that.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things that I don't know. I don't know.
So, guys, we'll be back on Sunday. So.
Yeah.
Till then. Sunday. Elimination Chamber should be fun. Just saying. Whatever. It'll be a pay-per-view.
Yes.
Lovely. So. Alrighty, guys. I'm tired. I need sleep.
Yes. So I think that we will be back on Sunday. Gleen, Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal next feud for the belt. I wouldn't have issues with this if they build Jinder Mahal up right. I like to see all this try and like saying a Sunday. James, if she starts to perform better in the ring, I will start to like her.
I think
she just messes up too much in the ring, in my opinion.
I need more than that. I'm sorry, I have high standards.
WWE going Maven mad. Gonna make Maven mad.
They already have. Trust me.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that, we're gonna take off. We'll be back on Sunday. Elimination Chamber. Hopefully they do something with it and make it interesting. But we'll see.
I hope it's good.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys on Sunday. Dana Brooke needs to be interviews for WWE Fox. She needs to do something.
Something.
Yeah. We are out. Peace out, people.
Peace out.
We will see you Sunday.